Good morning, traders. So how do we trade the Aussie South African top 40 today? So we did get a bit of a gap up and a little bit of a run up yesterday, but nothing really exciting. And we'll get to the lower levels now and see. It's more than likely we've closed to a breakout on the hour. So that's kind of what it looks like to me. But what we want to do here, just have a look. Okay, so again, you can see the significance of a inside tail. There is the inside tail there. Okay, so here was the first. Let's just move out. So there was our first two inside tails, and you can see how price was interacting with that level there. And then we broke through, and basically at the next inside tail was where price turned around. Now, the significance of inside tails, remember, every tail tells a story. Okay, now if I look at the hour, there are a couple of things that are pretty worrying if you are long at the moment, and that is we've had a breakout of this triangle. Now, as what is usual with the Aussie, this could turn out to be just a channel. So you'll see if I do that, you'll notice that we are in a sort of a channel. Okay, the concerning factors that I have is that we're outside the Bollinger Band here, and we've had a crossover on the quick moving stochastics. The slower one is come together, that hasn't crossed over yet. And when you do get a crossover, you can see here, crossover with both of them far apart, you tend to get a move down. Now, if this is a flag, we have first move down, flag, we have potential for a bigger move down. So for me right now, I think the Aussie is still pretty much in uncertain waters for me. Okay, so the hour is telling me that we have another move to the downside coming, and the longer term 4 hour has also got a bit of a rejection bar here. Okay, and it's a rejection bar off a level. Okay, there's your inside tail there. There's your other inside tails. And you can see if you look left, there's quite a bit of interaction at this level of 54.39. Okay, so ideally for me, what I'd like to see is a double bottom. Okay, so let's just get to 30 minutes so we can just see what we're looking for today. And put another level in. So 30 minutes, you can see we had a warning here. We then started moving down while price was moving up. And that is diversions. It's also Bollinger diversions, okay, in relation to price. And you can see we've had a crossover on the 30 minutes. So I would suspect we have a gap down today. Where we're going to move to is kind of a difficult one to ascertain, because there's where I would like it to move to, and where the most logical places are that we can look for long entries. Okay, so I'm still looking for longs, but obviously not at this level. We wait for a pullback somewhere down in the 49,600 area. So I'd like to see a double bottom. I mean, that's what it boils down to. And let's have a look at the daily just to see. The daily, there's nothing on the indicators here that's saying up or down on the daily. So that is rather concerning. And if you look at what we got for a daily pin bar, we've got an indecision bar. Okay, so this pretty much means we've got a 50-50 chance up or down. Okay, so don't be too surprised if we print another indecision bar today, just by the way. So the bigger picture is we are bottom of range and we are consolidating. So this is the second day of consolidation. It's an indecision bar. It's also an inside bar. Okay, so this was the grid bar. It's a flat green, ever so slightly green, but that is a indecision bar, inside bar, indecision bar, which is, or it can be seen as a a move to the upside. So here is an inside bar as well. Okay, but this probably got a little bit more substance to this. These tails indicating that there are buyers here. So that's kind of what I would expect. Again, I think this trend line is just hanging around in the middle of nowhere. So that there was the original downtrend. So there, not quite. Just want to tidy it up because more than likely we've bounced off that area again. There we go. And we broke through. Okay, so that was the original trend line. You can see there and there. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 half-hour candles that touched that. We touched it here, we gapped above, we tried to break, we stayed below. And we broke above today and we've come back. And we could be seen as testing. So this is the other thing to look out for. So a move to the upside is pretty simple today. It's going to be these two fractional levels here. So a break above 54.39 or 54.40 is going to see upside. That would mean that this trend line is broken and it's being retested, and the retest would be successful. Okay, a break below 50.073 sees us move to the downside. Now, looking at the oscillators here, this is not an area for me to be long. Wait for an opportunity to get long at a later stage. So I think for today, Ozzy and me are going to be not really communicating. I'll be sitting on my hands with this one. I'm waiting for a decent setup because I can see that we are starting to brew. We're starting to consolidate at the bottom of the range, and there is a potential decent swing trade to the upside moving. Even if it is, 3 or 4 days that we're moving 2,000 points, that's the kind of trade that I'm looking for out of this. I'm really not interested in getting in for a couple of 100 points and then getting out. Okay, so this was a long entry here, and you can see here was an exit point. Okay, you could actually would have exited here as well, just based on the stochastics. You can see when they crossed over here, you would have been getting out of it. Okay. So yeah, so for the Aussie, for me, I think these are the levels to watch: 54.40 and 50.073 or 50.070. Those are the ones to watch. Okay, and I think if we do break below this level, I'm still not looking for shorts, because you're going to have this area here at 49,900. So you're going to have 50,000, 49,900, and then 49,500 area, and this inside tail. Oh, sorry, we jumped charts there. So I get this tail there. That inside bar there is more than likely around number 49,600. Okay, so there's a kind of level. So just look to the left. These two tails is definitely a level. You may bounce off it, but there's no inside tail. The inside tail is basically a little bit lower down. So somewhere in this zone is definitely an area. So 49,860, 49,900 to 49,850 is kind of the area to watch for the first turnaround, and then you're looking for 49,600 and then double bottom at 49,440. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm looking for today. Ideally, what I want to see is I want to see these oscillators grouped to the bottom like this again, and you can see that they've grouped at the bottom quite often, but we've been in a downtrend. Now you can see that the moving averages have crossed over. We are slightly flat. So if we stay above the moving averages, and I think for this you want to look at the hour. At the moment they're flat. They're not pointing up. There's no indication that we're moving up. So it could very well just cross over and come back down, and which is very typical of consolidation. Okay, so consolidation normally does this, comes back, tests a low, back up, and then accelerates away. Okay, so everything on the hour is telling me that we do have a pullback, and that's kind of what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the pullback, waiting to see where price gets to, and then it is another long. And same scenario for me really is once I'm in long is keep a tight stop, move stop to entry, and wait to see. But this fractional break here is a critical element. We've already broken this high, the first high of the day yesterday. So that's the first fractional break, and we've created a higher low. So you can see low, okay, higher low, higher low, high, higher high. So this is the start of a trend change, but I'm really looking for a double bottom. So I need price to come back for me to enter. Okay, so Aussie for me today is probably just a wait and see. And I have a feeling this morning we are going to gap down. And the reason being, we have, okay, Rand's not really moving. 10 cents is down 0.7%. So I do suspect we gap down a little, although NASPAS did sell off at the close yesterday. And also, the US markets are flat. Japan is flat, but the Hang Seng is down 2% at the moment. Okay, so Asia is down quite substantially, and I would expect us to follow in the morning. Maybe even through the whole day until the US opens, and then the US decides that we're going up, and then you'll find an entry long on this thing. Okay, so if you are going to take the short scalps, just be wary, because you are at a significant low level. Okay, so just be very wary about it. And if you're going to take shorts, for me, you want to be on a lower time frame and watch the indicators here. You can see how everything was grouping to the top here, coming close to a level, and you could have taken a break of this fractional here, short, or alternatively trying to take it off the level. And the actual level, if you look to the left, there's my inside tail there. And you can see we missed it there, then we got it there, and then you had this engulfing candle here. So one engulfing candle, two engulfing candles, that was your signal, but it would have been worth like 170 points. So I wouldn't have stayed in on this trade. Okay, if you look at the 12-minute now, you see we're grouping as well, and we've stepped out the Bollinger Band. So lots of mixed signals is basically what's happening here. And for me, I need something more solid, so I won't be trading this thing today. Okay, so if you are going to be long off the lower time frames, just be wary of the fact that the higher time frames is indicating that we're a little bit tired. So you want to look for a pullback, and that's kind of the thing that I'm looking for. So I'm looking for price to come back 4900 area to the 49. So anything between 49,000 and 49,500. That's the area that I'm looking to get long again. Okay, and if this works out to be a wedge, there is a potential that we break below this level and this measured move plays out. In other words, from here all the way down gets replicated from here. Okay, I somehow doubt it because we are at a fairly significant level at the moment. Okay. So let's just get rid of the noise so we can just have a look at the weekly. And you can see the weekly at the moment indicating that we are down. We've had a crossover again on the moving averages, but that doesn't really mean much to me at the moment. If I look at the whole year, you can see we've been pretty much flat and crossing over both ways pretty much every 3 or 4 weeks. Okay, so I'm still of the opinion that we are bottom of range and we need to trade it accordingly. Okay, so I think for me it's another wait and see day, and we'll be running this off the 30 minutes to see what happens. So if we do get a pullback and a consolidation, then it is a long entry. Anyway, guys, that's my view on the Aussie for today. I hope it helps, and keep our stops tight and enjoy your day. I'll catch up with you later. Cheers for now.